It's now my pleasure to introduce to you Joel Ford. Joel is a member of the First Tee. I think last year was your first year, Joel? Joel's a 14-year-old, and he's an 8th grader at Sela Junior High School. He developed Perthes disease in his left hip and has had experimental surgery at Children's Hospital in Seattle in hopes of being able to regain as much regular use of his hip as possible. He's a 4.0 student. He loves golf and hockey, as only a kid with bad hip would do. He also enjoys snowboarding, hiking, and backpacking, which makes Boy Scouts one of his favorite activities. He enjoys learning new things and strives to be a better-round person, and when he grows up, he wants to be an aeronautical engineer, which is very good for golf. And Joel is tonight opening at a Sela play. Please welcome Joel Ford.
Hello, my name is Joel Ford. Hockey was my passion. I started here in Yakima and pushed a chair so I could stay upright. Hockey's not a sport that most in Yakima even know about, let alone participate in. As with most things in life, it is the people who make a program. The enthusiasm of people associated with hockey at that time was electrifying. The Turveys and Hessers not only participated in hockey, they made it possible for anyone who showed even the slightest interest to play. It wasn't long before I was bitten by the hockey bug. I remember my first goal and the way it made me feel. I remember seeing my dad holding the actual puck I scored with and knowing that I wanted to play hockey forever. Yakima doesn't have a very big program, and so we soon found ourselves in the Tri-Cities, playing hockey and traveling 3 to 5 times a week for practices and games. There were also the many trips out of town to Walla Walla, Spokane, Seattle, and Wenatchee to play. I eventually made the select team and was very honored to travel to Canada, where I scored a hat trick in my very first game. 3 goals. I felt so good about hockey. I didn't even realize until it was gone that it was the dedication, teamwork, and friendships that were developed through such a demanding sport that made it so special. My accomplishments were the result of hard work. The work of the coaches, parents, and even my hard work. But heck, it was hockey. It was worth it. When it wasn't hockey season, it was hockey camp. It was hockey all the time. I loved it. Then it came to an end at a tournament in Seattle. It hurt to skate. My dad would wrap my leg, and we did everything we could to take it easy, but it wasn't getting any better. I didn't want to be a baby, but it really hurt. We went to the doctor, and they told us at first it was nothing, a groin pull. Take it easy, and we'll heal. After several weeks, it wasn't getting better. It was getting worse. I was sent to Children's Hospital in Seattle and found out that I had Perthes disease. The ball in my hip had died and collapsed. It was half gone. I was so scared. I had to quit hockey, and although I didn't know it at the time, I was probably never going to play hockey at the level, let alone at all. All the sacrifices, traveling and doing homework in the car, spending all my time away from home, all my friends in the Tri-Cities. You see, I didn't have many friends at home because I was always with the hockey team. My life as I knew it was over. The friends in the Tri-Cities were gone, and I couldn't even participate in sports at a competitive level at home. It really hurt, and the hurt was much more than physical. When my dad first showed me the assignments for the First Tee program, I thought in my head, oh great, they're probably all great golfers. I realized that I was wrong, because when I got to the first practice, everyone else was just like me, beginners, and better yet, they were younger than me. From the first practice, I learned that we were there to have fun. I didn't realize that while I was having fun, I was learning some new skills, remembering some old ones that hadn't not been used since my hockey days. It was coming back. Integrity, honesty, sportsmanship, hey, I remember those. Respect, responsibility, courtesy, not always thought of when think about hockey, huh? But for me, the most important things were perseverance and confidence. Perseverance to keep going. You make a bad shot, or 2, or 3. It was just like persevering when I found out that I couldn't play hockey anymore. But what surprised me the most was the boost in confidence I felt when I was on the course. The encouragement in Coach Rankin and the others made me feel as if I could really play sport again. I felt I could compete at a level in which I was proud of. With it came the other things I loved, like being outside and being with new people, learning about them and becoming friends. I didn't know it, but my confidence was growing and my skills were improving. Not only my golf skills, which my dad tells me never quite get where they should be, but my life skills. Things began to change, and again, I think it was for the better. During the first Tee program, I met new friends, and I had a feeling of belonging, which I hadn't felt for so long. Everyone made me feel welcome, which I hadn't got from school sports since my injury. The first Tee program has also helped me with Boy Scouts, grades at school, and theater productions. I've recently been a part of because I am not afraid to meet new people, take risks, and strive to do my very best. I have learned to deal with problems one at a time and to concentrate on the ones that I can't change, and that the others take care of themselves. In closing, I wish to thank the First Tee program, and specifically Coach Rankin, without whom I may have never learned about the game of golf and all it has to offer. Golf is more than hitting a little ball into a hole. It involves so many different concepts. It has the ability to let you relax and enjoy the simplicities of the game, as well as it allows you to research inside yourself and can help you become a better person. I also want to thank my dad, but I can't really think of all the right words. Maybe I'll just tell you what he tells me. Life is what you make of it. It isn't the obstacles you are faced with. It is how you deal with the obstacles you are faced with. See, Dad? I do listen sometimes. Thank you.